Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. We are here for the final game of a 7-game road stand. The Cubs come in at 3-3, and they have split the first two games with the Dodgers. Both games went 5-4. Both games went right down to the wire. And now we are going to see Game 3, the rubber match of this 3-game set at Los Angeles. Let's see what we have for pitching and lineups today. The Dodgers are going to send Walker Buehler out, making start number 8 of the season. He is at 2-2 with a 2.55 ERA, 1.04 WHIP. He will be opposed by the Cubs' Jose Quintana, who is at 4-3 with a 2.53 ERA and a 1.10 WHIP. These two have nearly identical stat lines, at least on the surface anyway. The Cubs are going to make one change to the lineup today, it looks like. Santana is going to start in center for Almora. And for the Dodgers, Pollock will be out in left field today. Otherwise, just scanning quickly here, it looks like everything else is pretty well the same. We have the wind blowing out to right at 14 mph. On a 61-degree day in sunny Southern California. And Walker Buehler, Dodgers ace, standing on the mound to face Mike Tauchman to lead off the top of the first inning. Buehler looking in, looking for the sign. The Dodgers come in at 19-16, still leading the West. The Cubs are 2 games behind the Reds in the Central. And Tauchman grounds to third, but he hustles down the line and gets an infield hit. He beats the throw to first. So Tauchman is leading off with an infield single for the Cubs. And now Fletcher will be the batter with a 1-ball count. Fletcher hits it high in the air to center field. That is going to be playable as Bellinger comes in a couple steps and puts it away for out number 1. Rizzo now the batter with Tauchman on first and 1 man out. 1-1 count in the first inning. And that is a wild pitch. That is the first wild pitch of the game for Mr. Buehler. Well, Tauchman heads down to second on the wild pitch, and Rizzo will bat with a full count. Rizzo hits it on the ground to first. The throw goes to Buehler covering, and Rizzo is out for number 2. Tauchman advances to third on that play. Scored a fielder's choice, 3-2, and now Baez will be the batter with 2 outs and a runner on third. Baez looking for the pitch. He pops it up to the left side. The third baseman, Turner, chases it down and makes the catch in front of the dugout. The Cubs get a base runner, but they do not score, and we go to the bottom of the first of a 0-0 game. Justin Turner will lead off against the Cubs' Jose Quintana in the Dodgers half of the first inning. Quintana comes to the plate. That's a ground ball to third. Bryant has it, throws to first, and Bryant successfully executes that play for out number 1. Max Muncy now the batter with a 1-strike count. Quintana comes to the plate. Muncy drives a single into right field. That was just a clean... Oh, that gets by Hayward out to the wall. It looked like he had picked that up on one hop, but it got past him. And Muncy ends up on second on the Hayward double out in right field. Quintana now pitching to Betts with 1 out and a runner on second. 1-ball count. Quintana to the plate. Ground ball to third. Bryant has it. Looks the runner back. Throws to Rizzo for out number 2. Bellinger now the batter. Muncy standing on second. 2 men out. 3-0 count to Bellinger. He checks his swing. He is awarded first base on the walk. And Will Smith now will come up to the plate. Will Smith is going to try to get jiggy with it here in the bottom of the first inning. 2 outs, 2 men on, and a ground ball right back to the mound. Quintana has it, throws to Rizzo for out number 2. Bryant will lead off the second inning for the Cubs against Walker Buehler. 1-1 count to Bryant. Waiting for the pitch. Bryant is hit. He takes that one in the shoulder and he heads down to first base. Hayward now the batter. Nobody out. Bryant on first. 1-2 count to Hayward. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 on a changeup. And Hayward heads back to the dugout in disappointment. Contreras now the batter. 1 out, 1 man on. Full count to Contreras. The runner is going. Bryant was running on that play. He gets to second on the fielder's choice. Contreras is thrown out 5-3 for out number 2. And the Cubs center fielder Danny Santana will stand in with 2 outs and the runner on second. 1-1 count. Santana hits it well out into center field. That is going to be off the wall. Santana is going to get an RBI double out of it. Bryant scores the first run of the game. The Cubs are up 1-0. And Santana is standing on second. He has driven in the run. Quintana will now come up to bat with a full count. Here comes the pitch. Quintana grounds to second. That'll be routine. Throw goes to first and the inning is over, but Santana gets the RBI double and the Cubs are up 1-0. Taylor now the batter for the Dodgers against Quintana. Bottom of the second. 3-1 count. That'll be a bunt. Rizzo has it. Throws to Fletcher covering first. I don't know, maybe they don't trust any of their pitchers now. But he is retired for out number 1. A.J. Pollock, the Dodgers left fielder, will come in with 1 out, nobody on. 1-1 count. And Pollock loops that one over the second baseman into center field. Pollock has a single. That is the second Dodger hit of the game, and Seager will come up with 1 out, 1 man on. First pitch to Seager. They pitch out, the throw goes down to second, and they have him dead to rights at second. The Cubs finally figure out how to throw out a base runner on a stolen base attempt at second base. That is the 3rd time this season Contreras has been able to throw out a base runner. Seager now batting with 2 outs and nobody on. 2-2 count. Quintana comes to the plate. And that's going to be a base hit to left. Tauchman has it, gets it back in quickly. Holds Seager to a single. Buehler now the batter with 2 outs and 1 man on. 1-2 count. And he pops it up. Contreras chasing. Rizzo calls him off. Makes the play right in front of first base. The Dodgers do not score despite getting a base runner. 2 base runners, actually. We go to the top of the 3rd now of a 1-0 Cub lead. Tauchman will stand in. The Cubs have turned the lineup over in 2 innings. He'll bat against Buehler in the top of the 3rd. He has a base hit up the middle. Tauchman, with a nice piece of hitting, goes right back up the middle. Gets a single to lead off the Cubs half of the 3rd. David Fletcher now the batter with a 1-1 count. Fletcher hits one up the middle. That gets by the shortstop into center field. Back-to-back singles for the Cubs to lead off the 3rd inning. And now Rizzo is the batter with 2 men on and nobody out. First pitch to Rizzo. Rizzo hits it very high, very deep out to right center field, but that is going to be put away for out number 1. That one was just short of the wall. The runner does tag up and go to 3rd. Tauchman advances to give Rizzo a sacrifice, and now Baez will bat with runners on the corners and 1 out. 2-2 pitch to Baez. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Baez has decided, you know what, Schwarber isn't here anymore, so I can strike out all I want. And he has done a very good job of it. Bryant now the batter with runners on the corners and 2 outs. And Buehler trying to work his way out of this jam. He gets a weak grounder back to the mound. Bryant legs out an infield single. That allows Tauchman to score from 3rd, and it is 2-0 Cubs. Hayward now coming up. He will bat with 1st and 2nd and 2 out, trying to extend this 2-0 lead. First pitch to Hayward. Here it comes. Hayward on the ground to 2nd. Throw goes to 1st. Hayward is retired for the 3rd out. The Cubs strand 2 they do score another run and take a 2-0 lead. Justin Turner will lead off for the Dodgers in the bottom of the third inning. 1-1 pitch from Quintana. High fly ball to right field. Hayward ranges over and makes the play for out number 1. Max Muncy now the batter with a full count pitch. And that is a ground ball to first. Rizzo has it, takes it to the base himself for out number 2. It looks like the lights have been turned on and the sun has been turned off here at Dodger Stadium. And now we are playing under the artificial lighting in the bottom of the third inning. Betts now the batter against Quintana with a 1-1 pitch. Betts hits it to short. Baez has it, throws to first. And the Dodgers are retired in order in the bottom of the third inning. We go to the top of the fourth of a 2-0 Cub lead. Contreras the batter against Walker Buehler. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. He hits it on the ground to first. Muncy throws to Buehler, and Contreras is out for out number 1. Santana now the batter with an 0-2 count. Buehler comes to the plate. Santana swings and misses on a changeup for out number 2. And Quintana batting for himself in the top of the fourth inning. 2-2 count from Buehler. Strike 3 looking. That was a fastball at 96, and Quintana could not have even hoped to catch up with it. He walks back to the dugout and gets his glove as the Cubs are now going to face the Dodgers in the bottom of the fourth inning with a 2-0 lead. Quintana will be pitching to Bellinger with an 0-1 count. Bellinger pops it up on the infield. Actually, that's going to be Baez going over to fielding in very short left field and retiring Bellinger for out number 1. Smith now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Quintana with the pitch. And he pops it up to right field. Hayward is on his way, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Taylor now the batter with 2 outs, nobody on. 1 ball count. Quintana to the plate. And that is popped up to left. It looks like that'll be playable. Tauschman has it. And that is the third out. The Dodgers are retired in order in the bottom of the fourth. We go to the Cubs half of the fifth inning of a 2-0 lead. Tauschman coming up again in the fifth inning here against Buehler. He is 2 for 2 already in this game. 0-2 count. Buehler gets Tauschman to fly out to left, and that is going to be out number 1 for the Dodgers. Fletcher now the batter with 1 out and an 0-2 count. Buehler comes to the plate. Strike 3 swinging. Struck him out with a big sweeping curveball. That is strikeout number 5 for Mr. Buehler. And that'll bring up Rizzo with 2 outs and nobody on. 0-2 pitch to Rizzo. Here it comes. Strike 3 swinging, fastball down and in. That is strikeout number 6 for Buehler. We go to the bottom of the fifth inning of a 2-0 Cub lead. Quintana will face the 7, 8, 9 batters in the Dodger order here in the bottom of the fifth. 1 strike count to Pollock. Ground ball to short. Baez has it, throws to first, and he is retired for out number 1. Seager now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Full count to Seager. And that is hit very hard out to right field. Hayward looks up, but it is gone. He hits it into the bullpen down there in straightaway right field. Seager makes this a 2-1 ball game. 396-foot home run. Buehler now the batter. The Cubs' lead has been cut in half. There is 1 out. And Buehler hits a little looper out to right field. Hayward plays it on a bounce. And Buehler has a single with 1 out in the bottom of the fifth inning. Justin Turner now the batter. First pitch to Turner. And that is hit very hard down into the right field corner. This is going to be extra bases. Turner heads for second. Buehler gets waved around. Hey, he stops at third. I thought he was going to try to score for sure. Hayward did get that ball back into the infield quickly. So Now with one out, Max Muncy is the batter against the lefty Quintana. This is the first real crisis he's faced in this game. He has second and third and only one out, trying to preserve a 2-1 lead. 1-2 pitch, and that is hit in the air to right field. Hayward has it, and he throws home. The throw is in time. Hayward completes the double play, 9-2, as he throws out another base runner. Hayward is just doing his best impression of Andre Dawson out there in right field. The Dodgers do not score, and we go to the top of the 6th inning of a 2-1 Cub lead. Well, the Dodgers don't score on that last play anyway. They could have tied the game. They do score on the solo home run. Baez now the batter. Buehler working with 72 pitches here in the top of the 6th inning. Baez really needs to get broken out of this slump somehow. With an 0-2 pitch, he strikes out looking. Baez watches that cutter go by at 94. And now Bryant is the batter with one man out, nobody on. 0-2 pitch to Bryant. Buehler comes to the plate. Strike three looking. Apparently the Cubs aren't going to swing at anything in this inning. That is strikeout number 2. Buehler is up to 8 strikeouts for the game, and Hayward is the next batter. 2-2 pitch to Hayward. Hayward strikes out swinging. That was at least somewhat respectable. Buehler strikes out the side in the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning of a 2-1 Cub lead. Quintana is going to face Betts, Bellinger, and Smith in the bottom of the 6th. Full count pitch. And Quintana strikes him out with a curveball. Very brave of him there, throwing the curve on a full count pitch. Bellinger now the batter with one out, nobody on. 3-0 pitch to Bellinger. And that is, maybe it was low. Bellinger heads down to first with the walk. And Smith now the batter with one out, one man on. Tying run is on first base. 1-2 count to Smith. That is going to be a looping line drive just over the reach of a jumping Bryant at third base. Well, that is a single for Smith. Bellinger heads to second. And now Taylor is the batter with the tying run in scoring position. First pitch to Taylor. And that is a wild pitch that gets past Contreras. I guess it scored a pass ball. Gets past Contreras all the way to the backstop. The runners advance to second and third, and Quintana finds himself in another jam here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Taylor batting with a 1-1 count and one out, and he hits it on the line out to left field. That is going to be an out. That is a diving play by Tauchman. Probably saved a run. The Dodgers do score a run because that is going to be a sacrifice fly. Tauchman laid out to make that catch in left field and prevent at least one run from scoring. So we now have a tie game. The Dodgers have come back to tie this game at 2, and Pollock is the batter with 2 outs and the runner on second. Here's the pitch. They are going to intentionally walk Pollock, and they're going to pitch instead to Corey Seager, who is red hot. Well, I guess they like the lefty-lefty matchup. Seager, however, is 2 for 2 with a home run already against Quintana today. So I don't know how this is going to turn out. Seager with a full count pitch. And he hits it on a line into right field. That's a single. The runner rounds third. He heads for home. The Dodgers have a 3-2 lead. Seager on the RBI single sends Pollock around to third base. And now the pitcher Buehler is going to bat. That intentional walk didn't really work at all. And now there are 2 outs, runners on the corners. Quintana pitching to his counterpart, Walker Buehler. 0-2 pitch. And that's another base hit into right field. Another run is going to score. This is now a 4-2 Dodger lead as Buehler has an RBI single. The runner on first advances all the way to third. That's Corey Seager. And now Justin Turner is going to bat with 2 outs and runners on the corners. The Dodgers with a 3-run rally here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and Quintana looks like he's been hung out to dry a little too long in this game. First pitch to Justin Turner. Fly ball to center. That should end the inning. Santana grabs it for out number 3, but the Dodgers score 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th and take a 4-2 lead. Wilson Contreras will lead off for the Cubs in the 7th. They send up the 7-8-9 batters. 3-0 count. Contreras takes ball 4. He heads down to first. He has drawn 16 walks already this season. Santana, the Cubs center fielder today, will bat from the left side against the righty Buehler. He is at 88 pitches here in the top of the 7th inning. Nobody out, 1 ball count, and he has a base hit up the middle. That is going to be a single for Santana as Contreras advances to second. Ford now the batter. He's the new flavor of the month for Cub manager David Ross. He's going to send Ford up with the tying run on first base. Nobody out in the top of the 7th inning. 0-2 count. Ford watches strike 3 go by. That is the first out of the inning. And Tauchman is the next batter. The Dodgers will bring in reliever Joe Kelly to face Tauchman. That is the end of the day for Walker Buehler. Buehler presently would stand to win this game. He threw 6 1/3 of 6-hit, 2-run, 10 strikeout baseball. Very effective day for Mr. Walker Buehler. Tauchman the batter with 1 out, 2 men on. 0-2 pitch to Tauchman. Kelly looks in, gets the sign. Here's the pitch. That is going to be a base hit into right center field. That is going to be extra bases. 1 run is in. It is 4-3. The second runner stops at third. Nice piece of hitting right there by Tauchman to get a RBI double with an 0-2 count. Santana's on third. He represents the tying run. Tauchman is on second. He would be the go-ahead run, and Fletcher is going to bat with 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. 2-2 count. Fletcher hits it on the ground to second. The infield was drawn in. The runner has to hold at third. Santana is not able to score, and now Rizzo coming up in a critical situation in the top of the 7th inning. 2 outs. The tying run is 90 feet away. And Rizzo with a 2-2 count. Rizzo grounds weakly to the pitcher. The throw goes to first, and Rizzo is retired to end the inning. The Cubs do get 1 run, and we go now to the bottom of the 7th inning. Brad Wyke is the new pitcher for the Cubs. He comes in because of the pinch hitter Ford in the last half of the inning. Wyke with the pitch. Ground ball to second. The throw goes to first, and Muncy is out for out number 1. Wyke has looked more effective here of late. He will now pitch to Mookie Betts with 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the 7th inning. Of course, as soon as I say that, he's walking Betts on 4 straight pitches. Bellinger now is the batter. He hit 2 home runs in yesterday's game. Very dangerous hitter. The lefty Wyke will pitch to the lefty Bellinger with a 2-1 count. And that's a ground ball to second. Fletcher has it, throws to Baez, relay to first, and the inning is over on the ground ball double play. Well, Wyke manages to allow a base runner, but does not have any runs score. We go to the top of the 8th inning of a 4-3 Dodger lead. Javier Baez, this guy is due. He needs to help get us back into this game. He's going to lead off against Joe Kelly. We need to get some runners on base before the Dodgers figure out to bring Kenley Jansen in. 1 ball count to Baez. Baez hits it on the ground to short. The throw goes to first, and that is out number 1 in the Cubs half of the 8th inning. Chris Bryant will stand in. He has been hot lately also. Bryant hits with 1 out, nobody on. 3-0 count. That is ball 4 to Bryant, low and away. He heads down to first base. Jason Hayward now the batter with the tying run on first base. Hayward, the lefty, will face the new Dodger pitcher, Zach McAllister, here in the top of the 8th inning. 2-2 pitch to Hayward. McAllister comes to the plate. Hayward hits the ball to second. The throw goes to second. And the shortstop relays to first, and that is an inning-ending double play. You go now to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Cubs squander an opportunity, and it's still a 4-3 Dodger lead. Smith is the batter. He will lead off against the lefty Brad Wyke, who will continue to work here in the Dodgers half of the 8th inning. Full count. Wyke comes to the plate, and he loses him. That's ball 4 up and away, or up and in, I'm sorry. Wyke now comes out of the game. He yields to Jeremy Jeffress, who is going to pitch to Chris Taylor in the bottom of the 8th inning. There is nobody out and a runner on first. Jeffress with the first pitch to Taylor. He gets the sign. Here comes the pitch. That is a very hard hit ball out to left center field. That is going to be a home run for Taylor off of Jeremy Jeffress. 2 runs are going to score. The Dodgers now have a 6-3 lead. 407 feet on that home run. And now Pollock is the batter. That was the very first pitch that Jeffress threw, and that was not at all confusing to Mr. Taylor. He knocked it out of the park. Pollock, the batter, he is going to get a base hit into right field over the second baseman's head. Jeffress still has not retired anybody, and Seager is the next batter. He is 3 for 3 today with a home run already. 1-2 count. Seager looking for the pitch. Strike 3 swinging, and the throw goes down to second. But Pollock is safe at second. He is 2 for 3 in stolen base attempts this year. Jeffress now pitches to Jock Peterson. He's going to pinch hit for the pitcher's spot with 1 out and a runner on second. Jeffress comes to the plate, and they are going to intentionally walk Peterson because apparently they want to face Justin Turner with the double play in order. Justin Turner now with a 3-1 count. Turner pops it up on the infield. Fletcher comes in, but Baez calls him off. The infield fly is revoked, so it doesn't matter. Invoked, excuse me. And there are now 2 outs. Max Muncy will now come up for the Dodgers. He has 2 outs, 2 men on, bottom of the 8th inning. Cubs trying to get out of this inning with no more damage done. That's a ground ball to Fletcher. Throw goes to Rizzo, and Muncy is retired. The Dodgers score 2, and now are the owners of a 6-3 lead. We go to the top of the 9th inning, and here is Kenley Jansen, right on schedule. He is going to try to nail down the save for the Dodgers, facing the 7, 8, 9 batters in the Cub lineup. Top of the 9th inning. Contreras leading off for the Cubs. First pitch. Contreras knocks it into center field. That is going to drop in front of Bellinger for a base hit. Well, if the Cubs are going to get back in this game, it's going to take a couple of base runners, and Contreras can be the first. The lefty, well, the switch hitter, Santana, will bat from the left side against Jansen. I assume we're going to see a pinch hitter coming up next for the pitcher's spot. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 looking. Jansen strikes out Santana, and now Kipnis is the batter with 1 out and 1 man on. 2-2 count. Jansen with the pitch to Kipnis. Strike 3 swinging on a cutter. There are now 2 down, and Tauschman is the batter. He is going to be the Cubs batter with 2 outs, runner on first, 6-3 Dodger lead, and he hits a ground ball to third. The throw goes to second, and the Cubs are retired. The Dodgers win this series 2-1. Well, the Cubs had an early 2-0 lead, but the Dodgers stormed back with 6 runs in the later innings and ended up winning 6-3. The Dodgers improved to 20-16, holding on to first place in the West. The Cubs dropped to 19-19. Dodgers got 6 runs on 11 hits, no errors. The Cubs, 3 runs on 8 hits with 1 error. Player of the game today, no surprise there, Corey Seager. Corey Seager went 3 for 4 with a home run, a run scored, 2 runs driven in. And he was absolutely the difference in this ball game. Buehler gets his 3rd win of the season, goes to 3-2. He threw 6 1/3 of 6-hit, 3-run baseball with 1 walk and 10 strikeouts. Jansen works the 9th for his 7th save of the season, 1 inning thrown, 1 hit allowed, and 2 strikeouts. Quintana tagged with the loss. He drops to 4-4. He threw 6 innings, 9 hits, 4 runs, all earned, and 3 walks against 1 strikeout. Well, the Cubs head back home for a homestand, and thank you for listening to Replacement Player Baseball.